She placed it in a wooden box along with a few photographs, locked it, and never opened it again until Clara found it. When Clara returned home, she found her mother sitting, motionless, staring out the window at the shimmering white caps dancing across the waves. "Mom, what are you thinking about?" Clara asked quietly. Evelyn answered softly, without turning her gaze from the sea. "I'm thinking maybe it's time to tell you everything. But this story, it isn't only about Samuel. It's also about what I did after he disappeared." In her voice, Clara heard not only longing, but something else as well, something that sounded a lot like regret. Evelyn began to speak, her voice slow and deliberate, as if retracing each step in her memory. "After I heard the news about Samuel's accident, I cried for many nights," she said softly. "But you know, sometimes the heart refuses to believe what the mind accepts." A few years later, Evelyn got married. Clara's father was a good man, a carpenter who loved his wife and daughter dearly. Their life was simple and steady until one spring day in 1978. When Evelyn was wandering through a farmer's market in a town more than 100 miles from home, she was browsing baskets of apples when her eyes were drawn to a stall selling landscape photographs. On the wooden rack, among dozens of images, there was one that made her almost drop her basket. It was a picture of a small boat docked at a harbor, bathed in golden sunset light, and a young girl leaning against the rail of the boat. Girl was her at 16. The floral dress, the long hair, and the smile Samuel had captured that day. It was unmistakable. Evelyn's hands trembled as she asked, "The vendor who took this photograph?" The man smiled. "That one came from a traveling photographer. I bought the collection at a flea market in another state."